Vanessa Moore. I'm a member of the AAAS History and Recognition Committee, and this afternoon I'm sitting here speaking with Miss Virginia Crippen, and Virginia is going to talk with us a little bit about her experience here in the Pasco area in the early years in the 40s, 50s time frame and after that. And so, Miss Crippen, we're glad to be here. We appreciate you taking time to talk to us. First, I want to start out by asking you, when did you first arrive in town?
In 1948.
And how did you come? Did you come alone, or
I come alone.
what made you decide to come to this area?
Well, it was work here, and I opened up a business here.
What kind of business?
Chicken. I sold chicken and barbecue.
Oh, so you had your own restaurant?
Yes, I had my own place.
I see. Was that the type of business that you had prior to coming here?
No, I didn't.
And where did you come from? What state? Or?
I was born and raised in Texas, but I come from Portland, Oregon here,
Mm-hmm. And what had you been doing there?
working in the shipyard.
What kind of work?
I was a sweeper, they called it, the shipyard.
And so you decided to leave there and
I heard it was work here, and wasn't no places for the blacks to eat. So I come to Pasco to better my condition, I guess that's what you would call it.
And so then also provide something for black people
Yeah.
that they didn't
Mhm.
have.
Yeah.
So was this just something you read about, that there were opportunities, or you knew someone who was already here by any chance?
Yes, very few people.
Could you think of the
But
names?
yeah, I knew Bertha Smith, and that's all. I met them when I come here. Really didn't.
Not too many people.
Not too many people.
Where did you set up your business, your restaurant?
On A Street, East Pasco,
And why did you choose East Pasco?
because I didn't have no other choice.
Why was that?
Because they didn't allow the blacks to have business no place else.
So there were restrictions
It
for
was
where blacks
restriction, yeah.
could work and live also?
Couldn't, yes.
At that time, about how many black people or families would you say there were living here?
It was, it wasn't too many, but so many lived in the barracks. Men that couldn't bring their families right away, and they would come over and
So they lived in the
Business.
barracks, but they would come to...
yeah, and have chicken on weekend barbecue.
What was the name of your business?
It was really the Montana, but they called it the Chicken Shack. Let's go to Virginia.
Let's go to Virginia?
Or the Chicken Shack.
That's good. Got to be pretty well known, didn't it?
Yep.
There's gonna be a pause here. Over the years, how did things go? Did you hear about what was going on out there? Did your customers say much about work out at Hanford?
No, really didn't, because I worked mostly by myself, and I was the cook and the bouncer and so I didn't do much talking.
Did you serve liquor there?
No.
So, tell us what you think about the conditions for people in general living here, for black people living and working out here. Was it good, bad?
I talk about Pasco, I didn't work out there.
Mhm.
But we had tough here. The bank wouldn't lend you no money. It's just luck that I worked all my life and I saved a little money to establish my business and make it the best I could.
Mhm.
Because we couldn't even borrow money from the banks. Even in Kennewick, you couldn't borrow no money from no banks. They didn't even want you in Kennewick, period. Black people. And Pasco wouldn't lend you no money, and it was just tough. But if you had your own money, you could survive in East Pasco.
And it sounds as though it's a good thing that businesses like yours were here.
Yes.
Because what other choices did the blacks have? Could they go eat anywhere they wanted to?
No. No, we couldn't even go to the Top Hat. None of those places and eat when I come in 48.
Stop for a second. I'm trying to.
Go ahead.
And tell me, don't cut it on yet until you tell me.
Virginia,
That's all right.
I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your business. You know, did you have any specialties? And what the customers like to come in there most for?
A chicken or barbecue.
Chicken or barbecue? Special recipe?
Not really, but everybody think it was a special recipe because I have told people how I fix it, and they say they go home and fix it, and it didn't turn out like that.
Did you only have black customers? Did other people come in?
No, I had Spanish and white and black.
Tell me a little more about that. You said something earlier when we were off tape.
Well, I had I fixed out orders to take out, and I barbecued, fixed turkeys for people to take out, and they was white, but I did have a lot of white customers that come in and sit down and eat, and Spanish and black. So,
So
it was this mix. We all got along good.
And you were willing to serve everyone.
Yes, didn't refuse nobody.
Now, was it like that throughout the area, or were there other businesses
Oh
who did?
no, we couldn't eat at the bus station. We couldn't eat at Payless. We couldn't eat at Top Hat. We couldn't eat no place. In fact, they wouldn't serve us, you know.
So this was in the 40s during
Yeah,
that time.
this is 48.
And were there signs saying no colors? How did?
No, I didn't see a sign. But when you get there, they say, sorry, we just can't serve you.
For no reason. Were there other black-owned businesses?
Yes, Mrs. Wright had a trailer court,
Was that located in Pasco?
East
also?
Pasco.
And tell us again why most blacks lived in East Pasco.
Because they didn't have no other choice. They lived in tents, cardboard houses, made, you know, the siding out of cardboard, the top canvas. The best they could do because there was no place to live, and it was work in Hampton.
Is that where most of the blacks worked?
Yes.
And so we have to presume the money was pretty good.
Yes.
They're willing to live in those
Yeah.
conditions to stay here.
And Miss Haney
Miss Haney?
had a restaurant too.
Oh, she did.
Mhm.
What was her restaurant called?
Oh, I don't know about Miss Haney. At Haney's Place.
So
Later on.
later on, as Hanford kind of wound down and people stayed in the area, could you tell us a little bit more about how the area changed, or maybe even before that? What did it look like when you got here? Were there a lot of houses? Was it just
No.
a small?
No, it's sagebrush. No, it wasn't many houses. East Pasco didn't have very few, and then white people lived in East Pasco because it wasn't many blacks when I come here. But it was some blacks, but it wasn't over. I can't remember, over 5 families, the most, or more.
And this was in the
That's
late
been
40s.
here for years, yeah.
Okay.
And I
So
come here.
the Manhattan Project had actually finished up by 48 when you came, but blacks had remained.
Yes.
And are there names of any people that that are still here now that were here back then that you can recollect?
Yes, Luzelle Johnson and his sister Velma, sister Bertha, they were here when I come here. And the old timers was here when I come here. They was been here for years, but they all dead now. And I can't really remember the names right now.
Now, did you raise a family here too?
I had one son.
One son. And is he still in the area? Or?
He went to school here, finished school here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Virginia, I want to ask you a little more about some of the other businesses. Tell me about Johnny Reed.
Johnny Reed had a club.
It's a dance club? Or-
Yes, they could dance, and I had barbecue and chicken too. And it was like a after hours club.
So he served liquor there, and was it a popular place?
Yes, it was. Now he had practically all white, but blacks went too. But he had a lot of white because in the beginning it was after hours.
And where was it located?
On 8th Street, East Pasco.
Another local business owner, Tommy Moore. Could you tell me a lot about him?
Oh yes, Tommy Moore had a business downtown by the underpass. It was a beautiful place, a brick, a hotel, and downstairs was a restaurant. Very nice place.
Do you remember the name of his restaurant?
No, I don't. It's been so many years. So we just said, everybody just said, going down to Thomas.
There was somebody named Jackson. Jackson's Tavern?
Yes, he had a nice beer tavern. He built it. It was nice and had a restaurant in it. And it was really nice.
And then Sally's.
Sally sold good food. Very good food.
You had a little competition.
Really.
All on
But
8th
Sally
Street?
sold like lunches, you know, when I didn't have a chicken and barbecue, but she had pies and everything, you know. She had good food.
And was there a business owner named Lillian that you recall?
Yes, her and her husband had a barber shop. Then she started building a business, but she didn't finish it. She left and went to California. She never finished her business. But her and her husband had a barber shop on Oregon Street.
So there were business
East
owners,
Pasco.
there were business owners that had restaurants and places to eat and places to
Mhm.
go for recreation. And there were other services that blacks needed, like, of course, like get their hair done or the barber. Were there people to provide that?
No, not really until later.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mrs. She had a nice beauty shop.
So
Um,
maybe Mrs. Newborn.
Mrs. Newborn, yeah. Mrs. Newborn had a nice beauty shop
So
on Oregon Street.
so there were opportunities
East Pasco.
for more people to come
Yes.
in and set up businesses.
Mhm.
Now before that, what was the experience like trying to have some of these things just at white-owned businesses if I needed to have some dry cleaning done or my hair done?
Well, that was out of the question. We couldn't even eat at the bus station. We couldn't eat at Payless. We couldn't eat no place in downtown Pasco that white owned. And that's the only place they had places to eat that I know about was downtown.
How about
And we
clothing?
couldn't go to any of those.
How about shopping for clothing
Oh
or
yes,
groceries?
you could go in all the grocery stores and dress shops and all, and spend your money. And they treat you nice, you know, you spending your money.
So just
But you better not go to the bank and ask to borrow some money. You could put money in the bank, but you sure couldn't borrow money from the bank.
so there were just certain boundaries that were set.
Yes.
I want to thank you for taking time to give us this information. If there are names of other people that we should speak with, we have also some photos that we'd like to show you here later, and there may be individuals that you recognize. And we do appreciate, the History and Recognition Committee appreciates your time and the information that you've provided and everything you've done for the community. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Okay, go ahead.
But I can't
Press the
remember where I
microphone.
know her from.
See if it's working.
She look a little bit like Miss James.
I want her to talk.
Miss James' sister.
Oh, Miss James had a trailer court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all got that? House on Front Street.
Yep.
East Pasco.
She just got through telling us that.
Sure, she didn't lie. She told me there wasn't no black church. And I remember when they built one and stuff. And he died, little old short guy.
Mm-hmm. Reverend,
And he had children here. You know,
Yeah.
she played the piano for New Hope. I mean, not New Hope, Greater Faith all the time. She ain't been dead that long.
you can.
Mary?
Yeah, Mary Calhoun.
Mary Calhoun
Mhm.
played the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he sure did. He